Dr. Logan Williams, a research fellow in New Testament at the University of Aberdeen, argues that the issue in Mark 7 is not primarily about clean versus unclean foods. Rather, the question is whether ritually clean food can become defiled through contact with unclean hands or environments, and whether eating that defiled, yet still technically clean food, then renders a person unclean. On this reading, Mark 7:19 means that the digestive process itself purifies all foods from ritual impurity. Dr. Williams also notes that in Second Temple Judaism, excrement was generally considered ritually neutral or, quote, pure. If that is the case, the original clean or unclean status of the food becomes irrelevant once it is eaten. Even if one adopts Dr. Williams' admittedly syntactically awkward and historically unusual interpretation in order to preserve ongoing Torah observance of food laws, the passage would still mean that the digestive system cleanses ritual impurity from all foods, clean or unclean. Consequently, what one eats or does not eat no longer affects one's standing before God. Any attempt to insist that Christians must continue observing biblical food laws cannot therefore be grounded in Mark 7. Because, as Dr. Williams himself demonstrates, Jesus is teaching that the act of eating cannot make a person, quote, unclean in the first place, regardless of the food's original classification. As a result, those who argue that Christians are obligated to keep Jewish food laws are, ironically, rejecting the very anatomical purity logic that scholars like Dr. Williams appeal to in order to limit the scope of Jesus' statement. If the digestive process cleanses all foods, then spiritually speaking, what one eats or does not eat no longer determines one's purity before God.